A PowerPoint slide is a really big square to fill, and one thing that can make a good presentation look really good is when everything lines up perfectly. A new addition to PowerPoint 2013 is Smart Guides, which are lines that automatically appear when an object is centered or evenly spaced between another object. So to show you this, let's add a slide and add a few pictures to it. Now I'm going to create a new blank slide, and we can do that because now we know how to add pictures, even when there are no content placeholders. So the very first thing I need to do is go to my Insert tab because I'm going to add a couple of pictures. I'm going to select Pictures and go to my Assets folder and select some pictures of my executives. I can resize it, it doesn't really matter what size they are now. Insert some more, and then finally I'll insert one more picture. Now I've got 3 pictures here that are all different sizes, and I want to get them to be all the same size and evenly spaced. So the first thing I need to do is set the first picture exactly how I want it, because this way we can set the rest of the pictures to match. So I'm going to click on the outside corner and drag. Once I've got my picture the right size, I'm going to take the other picture, and the first thing I'm going to do is line it up on the top of the picture. Now once these pictures are lined up together, the Smart Guide will appear at the top to show me that they are in fact completely lined up, but I still need to line it up on the bottom. So I'm going to click and drag on the bottom and wait for the Smart Guide to also align on the bottom. Let's do that to the next picture. It's lined up at the top. Now I'm going to line it up at the bottom. Now these pictures are the same size, but are they evenly spaced? One way to do that is to move it towards each other, and the Smart Guides will actually tell us how far apart they are. When they're evenly spaced, I'll get a new image on the bottom that shows me how far apart they are from each other. I can let go of my mouse, and now I've got 3 pictures that are the same size that are spaced perfectly apart from each other. Now we talked about how this is a really big square to fill, and indeed it is. We could have made these pictures a little bit larger. We can still do that, it's not too late. What I'm going to do is select one picture and then hold the Shift key down while I click on the other 2 pictures. Now anything that I want to do to one picture will happen to all of them. So knowing that I can take my mouse and click and drag in the bottom corner of any one photo, and it's going to enlarge all of them or make them smaller. So it's up to me to put them side by side perfectly flushed, or leave a little space in between. It doesn't matter now that I know that they're evenly spaced apart. I can also move them around on the screen. I can move them anywhere I want because they're moving collectively now. So there's one more thing we can do with Smart Guides. I'm going to go up to the top here. Remember when we put in our logo? Now if I move that around, I'm going to get all sorts of Smart Guides according to how far apart these objects are from other parts. If you take your logo and slowly move it around the slide, you'll find the Smart Guides appearing on all sides of the slide, from left to right, to top to bottom. So I can move it to the top, and when I see the crosshairs appear, I'll know that it's centered perfectly. So that's how you get great alignment in your slides when you add images and objects.